Hans, the mood in Brussels, they must be completely focused on Belarus right now, aren't they?
Well, yeah, the Minsk news has been a big deal here, and then we're waiting for all the leaders to arrive here to maybe formalize that agreement and also have a little bit more on the Greek situation. Because, Tom, we learned something very important last night, and that is that Yanis Varoufakis, the Greek finance minister, cannot make a deal, cannot cut a deal without calling Athens first. We had a remarkable scene last night. 6 hours of meetings, about 4 hours into it. They thought they had a deal. Varoufakis calls Athens, checks in. They say they cannot agree to the language. Wolfgang Schäuble had already left the building. He was in the parking garage, the German finance minister, ready to drive home. He gets a message on his phone saying, no deal yet. He's waiting down there in the parking garage. Eventually, he realizes there isn't going to be a deal, and then he drives off, and then everyone does the recriminations and the finger pointings in front of the cameras. Guys?
Hans, this is a political thriller. I'm going to read you some things that Yanis Varoufakis said in an interview to Stern, this is the German magazine, yesterday. 1, Merkel is the most astute politician in Europe by a long way. 2, Schäuble is probably the only European politician with intellectual substance. What is he doing here?
Let me count the ways in which I can flatter you, Brendan, as a host. And it would be almost effusive, and I dare say almost as ungenuine. Look, there's clearly a charm offensive going on by Mr. Varoufakis. You know, last night I spoke with him coming out of the meetings, and he said, look, we're going to find a way. What we have here is progress moving towards the goal, but no goal. And he insisted that markets would be positive. And actually this morning, the Athens Bank Index, it's up a little bit. Guys?
Actually, speaking of heaping praise, I saw that Wolfgang Schäuble, the finance minister, actually reiterated his offer to Cyprus to send 500 German tax accountants to Athens to work pro bono. I like that. But Hans, you know, this Greek drama just keeps rolling on. For those of us who aren't following it play by play like you, what is the timetable here? How long do leaders have to make a deal? Will we see anything today? And when does Greece run out of money?
So it looks like on Monday we will have the next big meeting where they will really discuss this. The essential situation is at the end of this month, Greece will leave its bailout program. They want to leave the bailout program. The language they stumbled upon in the communique last night was that Greece was going to extend and conclude their IMF bailout package. What clearly the Germans want to do, they want to keep them in that package as long as possible, make those necessary reforms.
Hans Nichols, well, thank you so much. Hans Nichols in Brussels with this continuing story.